Good evening, everyone. So today's video is going to be about London and whether it's a good place to live or not. And in my opinion, the short answer is yes. London is an incredible city and you have to come and live here. And a lot of people love to complain about London, which we do have a lot of problems. The main one being the weather. The weather is absolutely atrocious. Right now, it's about 1 or 2 degrees outside, which is horrendous. And London weather, when it's hot, it's extra hot. When it's cold, it's extra cold. But the heat, I do not mind. I do not mind. A lot of people love to complain about the London heat being extremely bad because it's humid and obviously the houses are they're designed to keep the heat in. But I kind of like the vibe, to be honest. But I can understand why people might not like it. Obviously, you're a sticky, hot mess. Like, it's not ideal, is it? But I don't mind it personally. Um, it rains a fair amount, nothing too crazy. Um, yeah, weather's what you'd expect. Everyone complains about it, and to be honest, they have every right to complain because it's not the best. Um, in terms of another bad thing, the tax. Tax is a minimum of 20%. Once you earn over, I think it's 12,700, something like that. Anything after that, 20% is the minimum. Then it's like 40%, then 45%. Like that's ridiculous. Imagine like you're earning over like, let's say you're earning 200 grand a year and you're getting taxed 45%. That's ridiculous. Now, granted, that 45% is only after a certain amount, so I think it's after 120k, something like that. Anything after that is 45%, but it's still a lot of money to be lost that you could have had in your pocket. Um, yeah, obviously, like places like Dubai and Qatar, or I should say UAE instead of Dubai because Dubai is not a country. But anyways, they get zero tax, but obviously they have their own problems with like modern day slavery and whatnot. We don't need to get into all that, but it would be nice if we had 0% tax, or at least like, I don't know, 5%, something like reasonable. Not 20% at a minimum. Like that's a joke. Like you're working 1 day for free basically. Yeah, it's a joke. Um, in terms of happiness, I'd say people are pretty happy in London. Uh, well, at times, you know, it has its ups and downs. You know, um, I can't speak for everyone. Some people are struggling to make it by. Obviously, they're struggling to pay rent and they'll have family problems, so maybe they won't be happy. But by and large, I'd say, from my experience at least, majority of people are, they seem to be happy, but obviously I don't know what's going on in people's lives. I can't just say they're happy just because they look happy. um yeah. um Job opportunities, there's a lot of job opportunities. There's a reason why all the Eastern Europeans, I work in construction, it's just full of Eastern Europeans because they all come to this country to get jobs because it's a really good country for jobs. um Obviously a lot of young people struggle to get jobs, which is a problem, but it is what it is, I guess. um yeah, I'm not gonna fix the problem, am I? So yeah. um the best way to get jobs for anyone looking for advice is, if you have friends that are in the job, just speak to them. That's by far the easiest way to get in a job, just from referrals. If you can't do referrals, try to go to people in person. I say that potentially could work. I don't know. Yeah, applying online isn't the best idea. It it doesn't often work. You could still do it, you know. I'm not saying don't, but it's a low success rate. um, in terms of safety, London's very safe. Don't listen to people saying, "Oh, there's stabbings, there's robberies and phone snatchings." Yes, obviously that is a factor. There's a lot of those things going on, and that I can't defend that because that is a bad thing. There are phone thieves, there are stabbings, but at the end of the day, what country doesn't have that? You know, not many. And the stabbings, as long as you're not involved in a gang, you'll be, chances are you'll be safe. It's not common for a regular folk to just be stabbed out of nowhere. Maybe if they have like a Rolex or something and they just don't want to give it up. Potentially that could be a reason why they get stabbed, or maybe you're misidentified for someone else, like maybe they think you're a gang member, or I don't know. But civilian stabbings, they're very rare. They're not very common, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. And just stay in places that um, don't go into dark alleyways at night. Don't go into, I don't know, Croydon or Peckham, and you should be okay. You know, I've never had any problems in my 22 years of living in London, so yeah, I can't speak for everyone, which is the whole video. It's my personal experience. I can't speak for everyone. In terms of things to do, countless things to do, countless things to do. Like apart from we don't have a beach, so that's something. Other than that, there's nothing you can't do in London, or I guess like skiing or things of that nature, I guess. But generally speaking, you have everything in London. It is quite expensive. I'm not gonna say it isn't to go out and do an activity, and then you're probably gonna get food to eat after. You could easily spend over £100, potentially less. You know, definitely less if you try to. If you don't, you could budget. Like you don't have to spend over £100, but chances are you probably will. You know. What else do I want to talk about? I wrote a few things down. I'm just, yeah. I guess that's pretty much it, to be honest. Money, um, money. Things are expensive. I can't say they're not. Things are expensive. You go out, uh, like Cafe Nero, for example. I like to get my coffee from there because they do the best coffees in that I know of, at least, and it's £5 for a flat white with a syrup. Like it's expensive. Like I can't tell you it's not. Every single morning, if you're spending £5, it's gonna add up. So obviously I don't get it every morning. I try to make it at home whenever I can because otherwise it's gonna add up. And obviously the travel's expensive. I don't know how it can be so expensive when, yeah, I don't know. Um, Everything's expensive. Housing, everything. Wages. A lot of people are underpaid, especially skilled workers. I work in construction. I'm a skilled worker. I feel like I'm underpaid because you work a few years, or to be honest, like people like electricians and plumbers, they get paid a decent amount. Even them, they probably still get underpaid. You know, like you're a skilled worker at the end of the day. Like not anyone can just come in and do your job. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. Obviously, don't just take my word for it. Go and see what other people have to say about London, because obviously I'm not everyone, you know. I can only speak for myself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you had something to take away from this video. And on that bombshell, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.